Hey guys, it's Gangplank main, and this video is going to be about tips on how to improve his Gangplank. A good tip to start out is how to maintain grass. Something you should know is that when you auto something, you get 2 ticks of grass, which means you've been in combat for 2 seconds. So a good way to keep on maintaining that is to auto minions, or even sometimes place a barrel and auto your barrel. Now, after you would Q a target, it's best to have your corrupting potion on, because the dot damage will also help you maintain your grass. These are just a few tips I highly recommend for you to be more of a nuisance laner. And for the second tip is using your early game double passive auto. A lot of people underestimate Gangplank's damage, and so this is like a really good way of surprising your opponent. You will do around over 200 true damage, and by doing this you can just win either short trades or even long trades, even some matchups that are considered very difficult, like some will say Jax is a difficult matchup, or Riven. And by doing so, you will have to place 2 barrels, and right as you Q it, you have to auto it before the first keg explodes, and then right as the second keg explodes, you will get your second passive. Hey, you know that annoying mechanic where Ezreal can arcane shift out of Blitzcrank hook, or even Tristana can rocket jump out of Blitzcrank hook? Or something similar is like that with Gangplank. When going against champions that have dashes or jumps, they can avoid the damage of your barrels by jumping in between your barrels. It's a weird mechanic in the game, but this can lead to a lot of bad fights. Some good wave management advice I can give is to not use your barrels to poke your laner if your barrels are also going to hit the wave. By doing so, your wave eventually will slow push into the enemy tower and you'll be vulnerable to ganks. A combo I recommend for people learning Gangplank is the EQ flash combo. This combo has 2 really good uses. One is for engaging with someone, and the other is for disengaging from a fight. The point of this combo is to literally save time on your Q animation. So rather than wasting time using your E, flash, then Q, by doing this combo, you can save about 1 second. Now that might seem small, but in certain situations, it can be game changing. So these next few tips are very simplistic, and we can go over them very briefly. Noob tip number 1 will be using oranges to keep you healthy in lane. Sometimes it is worth it to sacrifice mana for HP so you can stay in lane longer for XP and gold. Noob tip number 2 is using barrels to get the lane faster. And lastly, noob tip number 3 is using your abilities first, then eating your biscuits so you can maximize your mana regen. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this video was very informative for those who are new to Gangplank or probably experienced. I had some help making a few of these tips from another high elo Gangplank player named TC Porsche, and the title card you see here was made by my good friend named Corsair Damien. Make sure to follow him on Twitter, and make sure to follow my socials. Links will be in the description, and thanks for watching.